very good morning to you. This is a very powerful, unsettling, challenging, intense
Thank you for saying all those things. I think it's important that you say it like that, you know, so that's really good that we're talking about it that way, because it is such an important story for, you know, to acknowledge these 6 guys and what they did. There's a huge political storm around it.
Hillary Clinton caught up in an election campaign, questions about her authority and accountability when it came to defending a diplomatic compound in this Libyan city which came under siege.
Right.
The ambassador there died. And, you know, questions about how it wasn't defended well enough. These 6 former special forces individuals risked their lives.
Absolutely, and they weren't active military, which is a huge thing. So they weren't actually over there in a post. They were there as contractors, like you said, they're retired. And they didn't have to go. They had no obligation to go, and they went anyway to try to save the ambassador, and then ended up saving 29 Americans who were in the CIA base. So to me, it's the true definition of heroism, and I think in a world of superhero movies, it's nice to tell a story about real heroes, you know?
And it's visceral and it's full on, but the endless wave after attack of these extremists. 220, I think, across the course of 13 hours. That these 6 guys defended this base and all of these agents.
It's really an unbelievable story. And, you know, the funny thing is when you talk to the real guys, we spent so much time with them. So they wrote the book, the guys who survived. And so we have the first-hand account from the book, and then we all got to meet the guys that, if we were lucky enough to meet the guys that we were playing, which I did. And they're the most generous, kind, wonderful people. And I come from a big military family, and I thought I knew what it meant to support the troops. And when you get to meet these guys, and they're not people who are, you know, covered in tattoos, living in, you know, in the plains or in the mountains. They're guys with families and kids and great husbands, and you realize that this is what the men and women who serve are giving up every single day. No matter what country you're from, we should keep saying thank you.
It's a very brutal film. It's not just a sort of celebration of this extraordinary heroism by the Americans. It is incredibly compassionate towards the Libyans as well. And at this time, where we're worried about, you know, ISIS moving into Libya and the destabilisation of that country, and the, you know, the sheer risks that that country poses, is incredibly timely still, isn't it?
Absolutely. And listen, it's a human. There's a human element to every single conflict, you know, on both sides. And so there's definitely, you know, we acknowledge that in these moments there are losses on both sides, and we can't forget that, you know, so that's really important.
One of the byproducts of doing a film like this, of course, an action film, is you have to get yourself in good nick, as we say over here. And you certainly did that.
I did.
How many hours in the gym?
It was about 3 to 4 hours a day for 6 days a week, and there it is.
There it is.
That is not fake.
Is that just contouring with, you know, fake tan?
That's makeup.
I would have loved to say yes, but it was actually real, thank God. And at least somebody documented it, so I can turn to my kids one day and say, I really did look like this, I promise.
It takes a lot of hard work to do something like that.
It does, yeah. I don't know why I thought it would be like, oh, I'm pretty in shape, I'll just do power bars and push-ups, and no, not at all. It's so much harder than that.
Now, I read a quote from you saying initially that your missus, who we obviously all adore, she's one of ours,
she's
got a kind of preferred...
I stole her, I'm sorry.
Kind of, by the way. Kind of preferred doughy you, rather than hard
So I have to tell everybody about sarcasm again. So I was trying to be sarcastic.
You don't have to explain that to the Brits.
I know, you guys are so good at sarcasm. Back in America, I did it on the Stephen Colbert Show. I said, oh yeah, she prefers doughy John, and everybody went, she prefers doughy John. Unbelievable. I'm lucky enough to have a wife who would take me as I am, no matter how I am, which is very nice, but she's not arguing about this.
No, but look, and equally, in Edge of Tomorrow, she got herself in extraordinary shape as well.
Yes, well, listen, my wife is an inspiration to me in every single category, and definitely on and off screen, watching her work is amazing, but she got in shape for Edge of Tomorrow and then Sicario, which is my favorite movie of the year. And seeing her dedication to this and how much hard work it took away that 3-week process for me of like, I can't believe this is this hard. I got to see it. And when she does it like that, you have to.
She was going to have no sympathy.
Exactly, exactly.
Do you know what? It's absolutely fantastic to see you. Good luck with the film.
Great to see you too. Thank you so much
for coming
having me.
It's an extraordinary film.
Thank you very, very much. As well. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
John. You've been on the cover of Men's Health, haven't you?
Yes, but sadly it wasn't for a Hollywood.
Can we see it? Yay! There we go. Are you impressed, John?
Notice how they put my shirt back on for the comparison. Just put the shirt back on.
They didn't want to embarrass Ben.
That's doughy me.